Welcome back. Welcome back. Christmas is over. Aaron Scott Young, it's finally over, and we're starting.
You know, it's over is my belly. It was running over the top of my belt.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I'm just happy because the family's gone. I know what I posted a week ago. I know we talked about it at the end of the show, but man, what do they say if you're there for more than 3 days?
Like fish. You're like fish.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, guests and fish shouldn't stay more than 3 days.
I'm so glad to hear your voice. And, hey, Happy New Year, brother. It's New Year's Eve.
Yeah, big 2016 ahead. I'm really, really excited about this year. Lots of fun stuff going on in the show. Is just this program is just going to get more fun because with all the people we've got lined up coming up here in January.
Oh, we have some big time guests. Tom Hopkins.
He's a hero of mine. I'm really excited about that conversation.
He's on January 10th, and he is the one that really taught America how to sell in the 80s and the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Oh yeah, the voice, the guy.
Yeah, the guy. All right, so today's show we got so many calls and emails and bringing the car guy back. I brought him back into the studio. He's from Alhambra, California, and you know where that is, apparently.
Yeah, but so I grew up in Southern California. I was born and young man in Southern California. I know my aunt and uncle lived in Alhambra.
Of course you were born a young man.
I went to Spain and it screwed me up. I went to Spain and I visited what I thought was called this big fortress, this big castle called the Alhambra. Mm-hmm. And I got there and everybody told me how stupid I was, that it's Alhambra. And now every time I see a sign on the freeway on the 10 there, I go, oh, let's go to Alhambra. And then California tells me what an idiot I am. So I'm totally screwed up for life on this word. Sorry, I just had to, that's a little aside. Do you want to talk about the car guy now?
Yeah, let's welcome Michael DeVille back. Michael DeVille, and I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is a disclaimer. This is a disclaimer. We have thousands of people listening here in Southern California. I don't know if he's the number one car salesman in the world, but anybody that sells 500 cars or more a month to me is crazy good. Michael, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Well, you're pretty right. We're top 3% of Honda dealers in the nation, so that's.
What's the name of the Honda dealer?
Gaudi Honda in the lovely city of Alhambra or Alhambra.
Alhambra. Yeah, that's the Spanish.
So you were so popular last week. I mean, the phone rang. We don't take calls. Sometimes we take calls, but I think Aaron and I love listening to our own voice, so we think we're more interesting than the callers. But people called in and they wanted to hear what you have to say. So we ended the show last week by saying, how do you buy a car? Today, what do you want to talk about?
It's always how you want to buy a car. Southern California is car capital. Between us and the East Coast, everywhere in between, they don't sell the volume of cars that we sell. And a lot of times, we were talking last week about we just want to buy it for one price. Where's Saturn?
Well, Saturn
didn't work out, did they?
Well,
Saturn didn't work out at one price.
But time out. Let me give the listeners. I said I go into an Apple store and I know what I'm going to pay for an iPhone. I said I'd like to walk on a car lot and know what I'm going to pay for a car without. I don't want to have to negotiate. I get anxiety. I'm sweaty now that you're in the studio again. I was fine till you walked in the studio because I know I'm going to wind up buying a Honda from you.
No, there was a survey that somebody took. I don't know who the guy was that did the survey. It said somebody would rather get a root canal than buy a car. But
that's not me. I'd rather buy a car than get a root. I don't want a root canal.
But the person that answered that question wasn't sitting in that chair for that root canal. So really, the car buying process is pretty easy. If you, with all the information that's on the internet, and if you offer them some reasonable degree of profit, you'll be in and out of there pretty fast.
So, Michael, wait, let me ask you a question about it. Let me go further on that one. Michael, what's different now? So people like Coach have sweaty palms driving. They're not going out and getting a new car every couple of years. How has it changed? How has it changed over the last 10 years to take away that root canal fear and make it a more pleasant experience? Or do we still need to go in there with our bulletproof vest on, and prepared to battle?
Well, it's the problem is we kind of created our own problem there, because when the customer comes in, we really don't want to negotiate. The customer wants a good deal. So we operate under the perception that they want a good deal. And generally, our cars are discounted. We go on volume as opposed to making enormous amounts of profit per car. We go on a small profit per car. And that's why we can sell 500 cars. Some other dealers may only sell 150 cars, 250 cars. They're not looking at the bigger picture. We're looking at the bigger picture with a bigger market share. That's why people come all the way out to Alhambra. Who knows where Alhambra's at? If the coach doesn't know, there's not that many people that know.
Well, do you see their commercials on? Sorry, jump in here. They have these commercials. I don't know if they're up in Washington where the Honda wants to be helpful. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
Yes.
I put a lot of groceries in the back of trunks, and I'm the general sales manager of one of the largest Honda dealers in the nation. They used to see me walking with the blue shirt, and they say, "Oh, can you help me?" I'm like, "Okay." Evidently, that commercial's working.
I love that. Well, it's good. Let's go back to this price thing, though, just real quick, because this idea of being sweaty palmed going in there, I'd like to help Michael. We've just met here in the last week or so, but Michael, I want to help you out because the fact is, new cars are not the place where dealerships are making boatloads of money. That's not your profit center in your business, right? It's the service shop and it's the used cars.
Well, service in used cars helps, but without the new car sales, really all the rest of them don't matter.
Interesting. Okay, so that's different than what every car dealer's told me.
We take probably about 150 trade-ins a month. And those trade-ins can't happen unless a new car is sold. So, the perception is that it's an individual thing or individual departments. It's just one whole picture. And you have to look at it as one whole picture in servicing the customer. You want to give them a good price up front so when they get home, right, their friends don't tell them they're stupid. And then you want to give them a decent price on their trade-in. And you want to give them some good service. If you can do all those good things, then you too
But let's start with the trade-in. But I want to ask you another question. Do you make more money on used cars selling a used car than you do a new car?
Percentage-wise with us, it's about the same.
Oh, wow.
If we're looking at the percentage of the dollar amount after all said and done, after investments of repairs, it's about the same.
Can I shotgun like 100 questions real quick?
Throw.
Okay, here we go. So is there a mileage? And jump in, Aaron. So I'll do one question, you do one question. Let's shotgun a bunch of questions so our listeners get something out of the show we call Start a Biz here on our flagship station, KHTS, really one of the great stations in America. It's, yes, on your AM dial, 1220. We also have a podcast. If you miss our show, you can go to hometownstation.com and look at the podcast. And we have a great app. One of the best, seriously, Aaron, one of the great radio apps in the country. Download in the App Store. You should do it, Michael, and you can listen to our show when you're at the dealership.
Oh, yeah.
Just go to the App Store, KHTS AM 1220. Download the app.
And put it on my iPhone.
Okay, you ready for all these questions?
Let's machine gun it.
Okay, is there a special mileage? Don't use the word machine gun here right now. Can you use another word?
Oh, sorry. We'll take that back.
Can you use another word like...
throw it at me.
Throw it at me. Let's go throw it at me.
Throw it at me.
Throw it at me. So is there a mileage? Like I had a Mercedes once, and I love cars. I don't like to, like Aaron knows, I get sweaty palms, so I hold on to cars. So is there a certain mileage that you would call me up and say, Coach, it's time to get rid of your car? Is there a certain mileage that's perfect for a dealer to take a trade-in?
Well, I like to take them under 80,000 miles. Once you get over 80,000 miles, you limit the 60-month financing term.
So 80,000. Okay, how about 50,000?
Perfect. Phenomenal.
Really? Phenomenal?
Phenomenal.
So anything under 80?
Anything under 80.
All right, your turn. Question, Aaron. Go.
Well, okay, then I have to ask you, what if that... I live in the country, so my 2015 diesel car has almost 40,000 miles on it. Is that still a good trade-in?
2015 diesel car with 40,000 miles.
It's less than a year old. I got less than a year on this thing, and I got almost 40,000 miles.
The beauty of that, right, is that particular car may fit a particular buyer. Because, it could be $3,000 swing on getting one that has lower miles or higher miles. And that $20 a month or $60 a month may push somebody over the edge to make that the right purchase for them.
You make me laugh. I'm listening to you. You have all the right words. You just have all the right
he's good.
phrases.
We're going to hire him to teach
I'm telling you, it just make me laugh. You know exactly what to say, when to say it, how to say it, who to say it to.
Well, I know the consumers out there, and I know what they want to buy.
We're talking to Michael DeVille, ladies and gentlemen. He is at Gaudi
Honda in Alhambra.
So, diesel, yes, no, don't buy a diesel, yes, buy a diesel. Are you making a face at a diesel? I see you're making a little face at a diesel.
Oh my gosh, I love my diesel.
You're making a face, aren't you?
Honda doesn't have a diesel, right? But
got it.
If it's a truck, buy a diesel.
Does Honda have electric car?
We had
hybrids.
We got hybrids.
No. Okay.
We had a beautiful
now,
plug-in car, but they experimented for a couple of years with
I didn't go to the big time colleges like you two. I'm public educated, as you can hear in my voice. But
We've got a car that'll get 50 miles to the gallon. They're a Honda Accord.
Yeah. We got the Accord. They can get 50 miles a gallon.
Is that a hybrid? What is a hybrid?
It's not a plug-in.
What is a hybrid?
It's gas and electric. You mix the two. You don't think those two would be good, though.
No, I wouldn't.
But gas and electric seems to work out.
So your Honda Accord is gas and electric?
Yes.
Do people buy them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they buy that left and right.
So it works on electric for a few miles, then it goes to gas?
This works on electric. This works on electric while you're maybe sitting around at the light. And
I'm not opposed to electric cars. I would imagine probably within 10 years all the cars will be electric. So
we got a hydrogen car. Honda's got a hydrogen car.
Go, Michael. I'm sorry.
Come on, give me some more questions. Throw them at
Here's
me.
the next question.
Interest rates. So
Lease
interest rates. So interest rates. The Feds just raised the rates 0.25%. Does this affect buying a car?
Well, premium credit customers on cars that need to move, like the Accord, the Civic, there's still 0.9, 1.9 financing out there, even with the increase, because the factories support that, and they say, hey, we want to sell our product. So it keeps the consumer excited about buying it. 0.9 sounds sweet no matter what car it is.
So if I walked in and I said, I want 0 down, 0 payment, 0 interest rate, could I get it?
You could get it.
I could get it. Okay.
You know why? The factories, regardless of what the feds say, the factories still need to move that car. And the public wants that good stuff.
Now, when I was a younger man, that Honda, what is a Accord?
The Accord, yeah.
That was a fine car.
It's still a fine car.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a mid-sized car now. It can even fit the coach, 6'2" body and all.
6'4", son.
Oh, I'm sorry, 6'4".
You're 6'2".
I was giving you my height.
You're 6'2". I'm 6'4". Don't cheat me those 2 inches. All right, keep shot. No, we're not.
Well, no, I asked the question a minute ago. I said, so business. This is start a biz, right? As a business, should I be buying or leasing?
Actually, it all depends on what your business pays out. But, I recommend leasing across the board because, if you're not going to keep your car over 2-3 years, get rid of it without the excess worrying about what's the future value of the car.
Be honest, you're not going to be in the executive line at heaven if you're not honest now. You make more money when you lease a car, don't you?
No.
No, I don't.
You don't get a kickback from the leasing company?
No, right now the way leasing is set up, you go to the sites and they show you different payments. Well, that's minimizing the dealer's average profit and giving the consumer extremely low payment that they can market to.
Now, Kyle just had his third child. Let's get him in a Honda. What kind of? Do you have like a van, a Honda van? What do you want? What kind of Honda do you want to drive?
Well,
what are you gonna do?
Kyle, what are you? 23?
How old am I?
Yeah, 23.
I am 29 years old.
Oh, okay.
He looks like a baby, though. I know.
Actually,
is that a compliment? Do you feel that's a compliment?
Yeah, I feel good about that.
Well,
that he called you 23?
You got 3 kids?
I have 3 children, yes.
Oh, what do you
and his youngest one was born a month ago, and he doesn't have a job.
Yeah, the youngest doesn't. I have a job, but the youngest does not.
Clark doesn't have a job. This is not good.
We can put the youngest one in the service area.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're cooking.
Well, let me see you sell him a car. Can you put him in a Honda?
He needs Odyssey with 3 kids.
See, the issue. No, don't take this the wrong way, but I already have a Honda Odyssey.
Oh, you do?
You go. The man already knows a good car.
So you did a great job already, Michael. Because I already got one.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying lease versus buy.
Did you lease or buy it?
We leased it.
See,
but we plan on buying it at the end. Is that a bad idea?
Depends
at the end of our lease, we plan on buying it.
It depends on market and interest rate at that time.
Okay.
I could answer his questions. Everything is depends. Everything is depends.
Hey, if it's 1.9, 2.9, then yeah, buy it at the end.
Michael, time out. Let me just make a comment. Most people don't understand what's going on when they lease a car. They think, how is it that the price is so much cheaper if I lease it than if I just buy it? And all you're doing in a lease is you're financing just 2 years worth of that car.
Yeah,
right? Isn't that right, Michael?
Just 2 or 3 years worth of that car. It's kind of, it's kind of like during the holidays when you cut the pie up, right? If you cut it in half, right? Well, you eat half and the half is left for later. It's just basically all leasing is. You get to use half and the other half is left for later.
I don't know what
you have to decide
he said.
is that pumpkin pie smelling good at the end of the lease, or if you want the rest of the pie?
Exactly.
Or you want to chuck it out in the garbage?
You want to chuck it out in the garbage.
That's right.
I don't know what he just said, ladies and gentlemen, but you're listening to KHTS 1220 AM, or you can listen online at the hometownstation.com. We're going to take a break here. I want to come back and try to get you to be as open as you can, because everything you say depends, which I like. Depends on what? Depends on your credit. Can we get into credit for a second?
Oh, yeah, let's get into credit. I'm the credit king.
You are? So you hear these commercials. If you have no credit, you can come in. If you have no credit, you can come in and buy a car?
If you got no credit, you can come in and buy a car.
No kidding. All right, that's a little tease. We're going to come back and talk to maybe America's, well, he's probably not number one, but when you sell 500 cars a month in Alhambra, California, wherever that is, I need to go to Alhambra and go to Gaudi Honda. I want to see you work. I'd love to film you selling a car. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Come on out and see our 4 stories of glory. We
Aaron,
got 700 cars in stock. 700 cars on the ground.
Yeah, you just better take a nice picture of you in front of your house with that GMC, Coach, because you won't be bringing it home.
Yeah, no kidding. That's Aaron. That's Aaron Scott Young and the coach on the show we call Startup Biz. We love your phone calls. We love your emails. We love everything about the fact that you love the show, and now everybody's saying it's the show that everybody's talking about. It's called Startup Biz. You can also find Aaron Scott Young on Facebook, Coach Tunick on Facebook. Michael, are you on Facebook?
Oh, I'm on Facebook. All over Facebook.
Are you? Are you active on Facebook?
Yeah, friended me.
Michael DeVille.
I friended you yesterday.
Yeah, no, I know you did friend me. All right, so we'll be right back.
Kyle needs to friend me.
Kyle doesn't have any
and Aaron,
friends.
Aaron, you need to friend me.
Michael.
We need more friends.
Michael DeVille. We'll be right back.